See, let me tell you something. If you put faithfulness and cheating before me for me to choose, it is always faithfulness. It doesn't matter if it is marriage or it is relationships. No, faithfulness is faithfulness. Faithfulness actually represents some kind of respect for the other party. You accepted to be with me in the relationship. I mean, you have every right to choose whoever you wanted to choose, but you chose me. And so once you've chosen me, you've got to stick with me. If you are fed up with me, try to break up with me. Go and find whoever that you want to find or whoever you want to be with. But you don't keep me in the relationship and then cheat on me or be with other people who are in the relationship with me. So ladies, I'm going to teach you guys how to handle a cheating boyfriend. When you find out or you suspect your boyfriend is cheating on you, these are some of the things that you've got to do. Be right back.
Love and relationships can be confusing and dicey sometimes, but always remember that love in its natural state is beautiful. Love must always be kept natural, because a lovely life is a progressive life. Keep watching and listening to Love Dr. OB for your relationship advice, life goals, and financial tips.
Welcome back, guys. Cheating is something that is very common among modern day relationships, okay? And so if someone cheats on you, that is not the first thing to ever happen in this world. And so when you suspect or when you think your boyfriend is cheating on you, the first thing you've got to do is investigate the cheating. I mean, you need to get all evidence that proves that the person is really cheating, because you might not want to accuse them falsely, and then when later you find out that that is not true, it might cost you your relationship or so many things that you do value. And so the first thing is that you have to investigate into the relationship. And investigating into the relationship, one thing that I would advise you do is try to talk to family members or friends who do know that you're dating the person. For some, you might have introduced your partner to them one way or the other. So you try to talk about trusted friends about the fact that maybe you think or you suspect your boyfriend is cheating on you. They might one way or the other seen some kind of fishy things about the person which might confirm their infidelity or something to you. And like I said, you need to get evidence, something that proves that the person is cheating on you. So you have to try to find out some suspicious things about themselves. You have to be checking their social media posts, what they've been posting almost every day, whenever they are making suspicious calls or whenever they are talking to people who you do not really know. How to find out if they've been hiding their phones from you. There are some men, whenever they are with you, they will never pick a call. There are some men, whenever call comes, they will never pick it in front of you. These are all signals or signs proving that there's something fishy going on. It doesn't necessarily mean that when a man does that, then he's cheating, but it is a sign or a signal that he might be cheating on you. And also, one thing that you've got to do in investigating is that you can also check his normal or usual routines. Sometimes you know that this person goes to work and comes back at this very time. But when there have been some change in their normal routines or schedule, then you've got to be very, very careful and then find out certain things, why they are changing their schedules or why things are changing for them. Now they go to work and they come back at 9. There hasn't been any change of things. Maybe they might complain it is traffic, it is that. Almost every day there are excuses that the person is giving to you. You've got to take note of that. That might even be of help to you. After you've investigated and then you have some kind of evidences, some kind of things that you think that the person is cheating on you, the next thing to do is to just confront your boyfriend. Sit them down. It is very, very important to always sit people down to talk about issues, to talk issues out. Talking to them is no big deal, but how you do say it is the most important thing. I've seen many people, whenever they find out their boyfriend is cheating, maybe they do not have strong evidence, but they want to accuse the people for doing that as a way of trying to put something on them for them to confess to their face or something. It might have worked for some people, but it may not work for you, or that may not be the best idea for you. And so the first thing you have to do is confront your boyfriend and talk to them about the thing. You can just sit there and, hey babe, I want to talk to you about something. When do you have time? So you make time for the meeting, and then you guys meet and then talk things through. And so when you are talking to the person, you have to remain calm. That's very, very important. The obvious is that you may be angry, you may be depressed, and want to do something stupid. Your anger might overcome you for you to do something stupid. But take note and be very, very careful to stay calm when talking to them, because you are going to ask questions. You are going to tell them, this is what I found out. And the main important thing is that you are going to let them know that you are aware of their cheating and that you have details, not to fight with them. Now, when you calm yourself down, you've got to tell them that that's what I found. If you are 100% sure, you can just go ahead and tell them that, hey, I have evidence that you are cheating on me. Okay, when you say this to a man, it is different from saying, are you cheating on me? Okay, when you say, are you cheating on me, the person might want to say no or yes. They will not, no one will say yes. But when you say, I have evidence, that you are cheating on me, it puts them in a spot where they will have to confess so many things to you, because they know if they deny, you might have evidences against them. So it put them in a spot where they might be compelled to tell you the truth about whatever that they're doing. But if you are not so sure about whether they're cheating or not, I mean, you are pretty sure, but you are not so sure, you can say that, I believe you are cheating on me. Okay, you don't say I think you are cheating on me. No, I think it's not as deep as I believe you are cheating on me. But when you say these things, now you have to just pause and let them explain. Okay, let them explain. It is their responsibility to explain. You don't have to draw your conclusion. Now, if you give them a chance to explain themselves and then they deny the infidelity or cheating, now you can provide the evidence to them that this is what I find out. This is the text message that you have been sending this kind of person. This is the call that you've been doing. This is the post that you've been posting on social media. This is what I've found out. I mean, you can just present the evidence to them. If you do not have any evidence, now it's up to you to decide whether you want to believe what they say or you don't believe. You know, sometimes when people are speaking to you, we can detect from their expressions, I mean, their demeanor, whether they are telling lies or they are telling the truth. And so that's also one thing. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to believe what they say or not. But you have to be smart enough to understand whatever they say. Now, after they've confirmed to you that yes, they are cheating, especially when you have the evidence shown them. Now, what you have to do is, well, you have to ask about the details. I mean, go ahead and ask about the details. Don't fight at that time. No, it is not important yet. Go ahead and then ask about the details. You can ask questions like, so how long has this been going on? I mean, you have to find out the duration that it has been going on. You can ask them, so are you in love with the person? Or maybe you can even ask them that, so now that you've cheated on me with somebody, so what does this mean to both of us? I mean, what does it mean to our relationship? Does it mean it's over or something? Just ask more about the details. Now, after you've asked about the details, the next thing to do is just find his intentions for doing that kind of thing. I mean, the reason why he cheated. No matter what, it's very, very important to you. There may be something that you were doing wrong, that you might even need it. If you want to break up with him, you might even need it in your next relationship. Try to find out about the details of why he did what he did. There are some men who do cheat because they want to break up with you, but they are cowards and they might not want to hurt your feelings, or they are not able to say it, so they might cheat and they want you to find out, so that when you find out, then you just leave. There are some too that may ask for forgiveness because it wasn't their actual intention, or they didn't mean to cheat, but it just came as a surprise to them, as a mistake to them. And so whichever way, you need to find out the reason why he did what he did. Because so many relationships have ended out of cheating or breakups that you do not know the reason why the person cheated. And so we are not able to find out what went wrong. And so when you go to the next relationship, the person might also cheat on you again. But no matter what happens, you need to find out why your man cheated on you. That's why you need to calm down to understand all these things. You compare them, they'll be able to tell you the details and why they did what they did. If they request forgiveness, they will ask of you. So you need to understand his intention to decide whether you want to move on with the relationship or you want to end the relationship. Now, after he's told you all these things, you've got to decide on what you want to do next. I mean, you have to think about it very well. In this kind of situation, this is the very important part of this process I'm talking about. You have to decide, think about it very well. You know, sometimes the man might be pressuring you or might be forcing you to make a decision right now. So now you've caught me, what do you want to do? Okay, you don't have to be in haste to make decision at that time. Even if they are pressuring you to make a decision, just tell them you need time to think about it. Just buy time for yourself and then think about it very well as to what you want to do for the relationship, whether you want to move on or you want to break up with the person. Just take time, buy some time, and then think about it. And in doing this, you can do so many things just to free your mind. I mean, you can be taking a walk on the park or on the streets to just free your mind out of this kind of circumstance or situation. Or sometimes you can even talk to trusted friends, and I mean trusted friends, good friends. There are some friends that are not going to give you good idea, or they're not going to give you good answers to your problems. So let them calm you down on what you're going through. I mean, you might get depressed or angry to do certain stupid things, but try to get them to calm your nerves down for you to make better and vital decisions for your life. Now, in this process, there are two things left. Either you want to break up with them or you want to continue with the relationship. So if you choose the breakup side or you want to break up with the person, this is what to do. You might want to tell him directly to his face that I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to continue the relationship anymore. And in doing this, it should be in a calm way, because you've been calm from the beginning to the end. So you should continue the calming down. Because you cheated on me, because you did this to me, it's a way of disrespecting me. I cannot be with you anymore. So I want to break up the relationship with you. Period. do it in a calm way. Let them know that, because they are aware that they offended, they have done this. Of course, they will apologize, but this is my decision. I want you to respect my decision. I want to break up with you. I don't want to do it. But if your boyfriend happens to be a violent one, or you know the person to act in a violent way, or a way that will not be so good, then you've got to be careful when making the decision about breaking up with them. Research people, when you're going to break up with them, you should try to get a relative or family member or a friend informed that this is what I'm going to do with Bright. Okay, so you can tell them that, hey, I'm going to break up with Bright at 3 p.m. maybe on the park, or maybe in front of the building, this building. And so when it is 4 p.m. and I've not called, or I'm not back yet, try to call the police, or try to call me, or try to inform this person. Okay, I mean, you have to protect yourself from violent people. That is also very important. Also, one thing that you can do is that you try to break up with them in public space or in public area where we have people around, so that nothing can really happen to you. I mean, or people will come to your aid should in case something like that, or sort of what you're thinking have to come through. Now, after you've broken up with a person, this is also very, very important. You have to give yourself some time. I've seen a lot of friends who break up with their boyfriends that keep jumping to the next relationship the next moment you see them, maybe the next few days, few weeks or something. You know, you're supposed to get time for yourself, reflect yourself, especially what the guy told you about why he cheated might be good for you in this kind of time. Why the person cheated, maybe you're not getting time for the person, maybe you're not doing this. This is the time to reflect upon yourself, why the person did that. Just buy time for yourself. I mean, reflect upon yourself until you move on to the next relationship. And some of the good things that you can do is that, you know, you can connect with some of the activities that you enjoyed doing before the relationship, or some of the friends that you used to hang around with before the relationship fell apart. I mean, to get that kind of joy or that kind of life back, not to be in haste to end up in another relationship, which might also cause you the kind of pain that this one caused you. No matter what, you need time for yourself to think things through. And now, if you chose the other side of the coin, if you decide to stay with them again, or if you decide to continue with the relationship, this is what you've got to do. That because you need to trust in him again, there are something that you've got to outline to them, that if you want to gain my trust anymore, if you are telling me you are not going to do this anymore, then this is what you've got to do to win my trust. So you have to outline this kind of needs to them. One is that if the person he cheated with is someone you both know, you can just tell him that he's not supposed to hang out with the person anymore. I mean, you are depriving them from being even friends with the people anymore. And they've got to do that because that's what they need to earn your trust back. And also, you can ask for more communication from them. Sometimes most of this cheating thing that comes as a result of miscommunication or lack of communication. Because you don't communicate with the person so much, it means people go ahead to get the chance or the time to cheat on you. But you can ask for more communication. From henceforth, I need more communication. In whatever that you're doing, try to inform me this is what I'm doing. If you go for a party and then you are coming, just try to tell me, hey, I'm taking a cab, I'll just get home in 1 hour time. So if in 1 hour time you don't get to the house, I know something fishy might be going on or something. And also you can set rules to build that kind of trust. That's something that he can't do. Maybe whenever he gets calls in front of you, he cannot pick it outside. He has to pick the call in front of you. He cannot be hiding the phone. He cannot be posting password on the phone. You might not always want to check the phone though, but if he wants to win your trust, then he cannot be putting password on the phone, or he should let you know the password of his phone. I mean, it's okay if your partner knows your password or whatever. It's if you have nothing wrong going on, why would you want to keep your password away from your partner? So set some kind of rules to guide or to build trust in the relationship. And finally, you might want to seek couple therapy from a specialist or an expert to help you guys get through all these kind of things to help you in the relationship. All right, guys, this is what I've got for you today. You know, when you catch someone or when you find out your boyfriend is cheating on you, you don't have to be violent, okay, to reduce that kind of respect that you have in you. I mean, you have to take the right procedure. The procedure is calm down and then solve issues out, because life still goes on after your boyfriend cheats on you. The only thing that can come out is that you either break up with the person or you either want to move on with the person. Maybe if the cheating is just a trivial or minimal matter to you, but you don't just overreact out of anger to do something stupid that might end you up in jail or something. Okay, so take note of these things and it's going to help you solve issues in your relationship. If you are new on my channel, kindly hit the subscription button. It is very, very important to me. And don't forget to hit the notification button as well. That is a signal, that is a sign that whenever there's a new video posted on my platform, you actually get it before anyone else does it. So I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.